Welcome to Keno North Stadium, beautiful Tucson, Arizona, and it's the U.S. Open Cup 2016 version. I'm John Perlman. Alongside of me tonight, 96.1 DJ legend, morning show host Frank Brinsley, huge Arsenal supporter, and a big fan of the little guy. Frank, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to be here, and thank you for letting me take part in this with you. It was very gracious of me to invite myself.
Thank you, Frank, for being here. We're going to quickly get through the starting lineups as Carl Wazinski, the Arizona United goalkeeper, handles and plays out to Julian Ringoff. For Arizona United, through the back four, you have Carl Wazinski, their starting goalkeeper. Right back will be Dan Antunes. Julian Ringoff will play the center back along with Uchenna Uzo. And, of course, at the left back, Brandon Poltineri. In the center mid, you're going to have Miguel Tim alongside Luke Rooney playing the 10. Gibson Bardsley being the right with Sam Garza on the left. And up top, you're looking at the duo of Long Tan and Tyler Blackwood. And it's an early break for FC Tucson as John Baquero pushes forward with a great early ball and just past FC Tucson star Min Vu, the local product at Pima High School and Rincon. And, of course, Tucson Soccer Academy product. And ball served in by Sean Keith but headed away by Ringoff, but only as far as Dominic Papa. Papa tries his luck, but it grounds wide there. For FC Tucson, their starting 11 will be as follows. Borja Anguatia, unscored upon in league play so far and proud owner of a 3-0 shutout against their first-round opponent for FC Tucson, which they dispatched easily. Sean Keith will be playing the left back, Kyle Adams at center back, Gani Bensal as the other center back, and Aaron Herrera as the right back. Dominic Papa and Evan Waldrop will control the central mid, along with John Baquero as the number 10, Min Vu on the left, Musa Morris on the right, and then Damian Herman up top. United controls, looks to play it in, but headed away by Kyle Adams, the New Zealand international U20 player. Papa controls the cross, plays out through Morris, who gives it away cheaply. Frank, a little bit nervous for the youngster there, Morris, huh?
I think it's nice to see FC Tucson out to a fast start, already getting some shots on, but now it looks like they're playing back in defense a little bit, trying to take the ball away.
Absolutely. You know, key for Rick Shantz in these Open Cup games is not conceding early. Certainly he's putting defense in the premium, but they want to play here. They believe in this attacking side, and it's been a very potent attacking side. Playing against San Nicolas, they were able to produce 3 goals. Not all of them in the run of play, but again, it's a very dangerous side. And a poor touch there by Aaron Herrera falls out, bounds, and the throw-ins for the visitors, Arizona United. Frank, a good crowd here, a robust crowd, beautiful night for football.
I even brought a jacket, John, just in case it gets a little chilly up here, because as you know, summer nights in Arizona, there's a slip in the play.
Absolutely. So that's been commonplace here as Rick Shantz likes a wet field for the ball to move quickly, but a lot of players have struggled with their footing early in FC Tucson matches, and it's worked both for and against everyone, so it's really a true equalizer. But again, you don't want your field too dry because then the ball holds up and it's hard for players to play quickly, and obviously FC Tucson sees themselves as a positive attacking side. Borja Anguatia rolls out to Evan Waldrop, the youngster playing at Creighton University, the former RSL Academy product and U18 national pool player. Tremendous performance for him for this side against Ventura Fusion, and a huge road win for the PDL as FC Tucson finds himself in a great little ball here to Baquero, but Baquero gives it away. Again, these central midfielders on FC Tucson are all great vision, and even though you have somebody like Waldrop and Dom Papa playing in the defensive midfield role, Dom Papa was a goal scorer last game, and Evan Waldrop could easily play the number 10 position. This is a good little break here and a dangerous challenge there by Papa, but it just goes a little bit too far there for the forward for Arizona United, Tyler Blackwood. Good pace there on Blackwood.
He was able to save a corner there too, wasn't he? Or saving a throw in there. Yeah, the ball almost went out on the goal line.
Absolutely. That's a good play, a good hustle there so the FC Tucson doesn't have the easy play out. Herrera looking to throw forward here, and again, FC Tucson a little bit on the back foot now after a early quick start with the opportunity through Papa. Papa challenges, can't get a hold of it, and Waldrop just barely gets there in time and gets it wide to the Las Vegas man, Sean Keith. Sean Keith playing left back every game so far for FC Tucson, doing a solid job. Into Baccaro. Baccaro tries to turn, but it's given away and controlled by Miguel Tim, the central midfielder for Arizona United. Couple early game jitters from the home side, and then a silly foul there by the center back there, Ghani Bental, stepping a little bit up on the field, and United was looking to play fast but weren't able to there as the referee respots the ball. Robbie Holner handling the center tonight, and it's a big center for him. Obviously, this is a rivalry game. Calls are going to be very important here, and it's a heated game. Ball driven in, headed but just wide there by number 21, Julian Ringhoff. And Ringhoff, the big-bodied German from San Diego, looks to be up for every set piece, Frank.
John, talk about the history of this match. This is the first Arizona derby.
Absolutely. This is the first official game between these two sides. In the preseason, Arizona United won 3-1, but these rosters are much different than those rosters were. And the only game in the pro where a pro side from Arizona played a Tucson side, that was in 2013 when FC Tucson was victorious in a 2-1 victory just over on the grandstand field here at Keno North against the now defunct Phoenix FC Wolves. Waljip pings a beautiful ball here to Musa Morris, and Herrera exploding on the overlap. And Morris gets it there, but just tackled in there by the left back, Poltoneri. Again, you can see that Aaron Herrera, U20 U.S. pool player, University of New Mexico star, will look to get forward from that position. Waljip tries to play in, but it's knocked away. Herrera turns and does well. Finds Musa Morris, but Arizona United pushes their line up and finds himself offsides. Controlled here by Garza. Garza switches the field, and beautifully so. Sean Keith gets out there and gets the block, but a early dangerous corner kick for the Arizona United team.
So it kind of feels like majority of the possession so far has been with AZ United. Looks like FC Tucson struggling to complete passes. Arizona United always getting a foot in, breaking up the play. And there's a corner here from AZ United.
Ball driven in, but headed away well by Don Papa as far as Damian Herman gets a touch on it, and Herman does well to hold the ball up there, and an excellent job by Damian Herman. The diminutive forward, it's an early long ball there, and Sean Keith, it's not surprising that Rick Shantz wants to test the pace of the back four, who struggled mightily against the OC Blues in their 1-1 draw, giving up 5 shots against the post, making their owner basically give the Post the MVP in the post-game Twitter, Frank. What do you think about that?
Well, anytime you've got a back four giving up that many shots to the post, you certainly want to test them and see what they're made of, because you're able to get one over on them. They're going to be nervous.
I used to call a player on my team Il Postino, the postman, because every time he shot it, he hit the post. He never scored any goals. It was also a fantastic movie, but we're not going to get into that as Arizona United tries to maintain possession here. All the way back to Wazinski. Wazinski has the USL record for saves set last year, over 150 saves. Probably not a record he wants to hold or break this year. But again, a tremendous shot stopper in his own right and a very important cog in this Arizona United defense. And mind you, Arizona United is unbeaten in their last 4 games. It's been an excellent run for them. Ringhoff with the ball, and the German drives it forward. And Sean Keith bowled over there and does a good job tracking, but it looks like Coach Yalp is attacking that left side, Frank.
I'm looking at my phone because my 7-year-old wants to FaceTime me, John. So
tell him it's not the best time here. I mean, Sean Keith is under duress here, our left back for FC Tucson. And it's obviously Frank Yalp saw something that he liked, from his matchup on the right side there. So he's pushing very hard there through Gibson Bardsley. Ball player up top, and Damian Armand's in here with an early opportunity. Early cross towards Baccaro. Headed back. Ooh, dangerous header back, but the play is well made there by Poltoneri. A little bit risky there, heading the ball into that kind of pressure to your goalkeeper.
You have a prediction for this game, John. Did you make a prediction before kickoff?
Absolutely. Thank you for that non sequitur, Frank. And I'll tell you what my prediction was. I thought this game was going to be tight all the way through, but I thought there would be some goals based on what we've seen from both these teams in terms of attacking prowess and for FC Tucson and some defensive struggles. But again, don't kid yourself. Arizona United has a lot of good attacking players, and they've bent but not broken in these important games. Great service there, and just enough of an intervention there by the number 23, Gani Bentaler. That was looking like a very, very dangerous ball. Beccaro tries to head away, but only as far as Paltineri, and he plays wide to Garza. Garza, the former Santa Barbara man, playing back through Luke Rooney, who switches it all the way back out to Miguel Tim. United having the bulk of possession here. Bental, good header there. Papa picks up the second ball, plays it beautifully to Evan Waldrop. And again, FC Tucson needs to have a little bit more success on the ball here. And again, good switch there by Waldrop. Good range of passing on that player. Morris plays a long ball, but to nobody. And a rough start early for the youngster, Morris. Again, a tremendously explosive attacking player. But again, having served the red card penalty, was unable to play this weekend, Frank. Looks a little bit rusty, eh?
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks like one of his first touches, and it looks like he expected a player to attack in that position, but there was definitely no player there for sure.
Yeah, Herman was on the other side of the ball, and again, sometimes, in the early parts of the game, you don't need to hit a home run right away. You just need to hit a couple singles, and FC Tucson would do well to have a little bit more possession and calm the early nerves. Bental finds Herrera. Herrera looking to play that penetrating ball. It's not on yet. Finds Papa. Papa with a square ball, but cut out there by Rooney, but only as far as Herrera again. Bental, the Israeli. Tremendous performance from him in Ventura. A bunch of fouls, but a bunch of huge blocks. And it's a physical defender, and it's something that FC Tucson will need going forward this season. And again, another good ball in there by Evan Waldrop. And he's found those penetrating balls, but just haven't been able to get that next second runner out for FC Tucson. Good turn there by Waldrop. Good ball in here to Beccaro, out to Morrison. Early opportunity overlapping for Herrera. Morris driving inside, and too late there. But played out of bounds, and FC Tucson throwing. And again, as both teams looking to attack that left side, it looks like on both sides. And, Morris has just got to release that ball a little bit earlier because Herrera's gone in a good 2v1 there, Frank.
Yeah, he's got the foot in there, absolutely, and broke up the play again. Oh, there's a
great ball by Beccaro, and Dominic Armand just misses the diving header. And again, it's all coming through the left side here. Beccaro just absolutely sublime finishing balls. The ball he played against into Minvu for the third goal in the Upper Open Cup is one of the best balls you'll see, splitting two players, and it was about a 40-yard outside of the football, Frank. And you get that with Beccaro, and you can see Armand pressing and just frustrated knowing he had that opportunity. Uzo controls and drives forward, but easily handled by Herrera, who plays back to the Spaniard, and Borja Antogia. And he has just done a tremendous job for FC Tucson. All shutouts, Frank. You can't beat that.
Well, that's what every goalkeeper wants, huh? They want a clean sheet.
That and a trophy right, from what I understand. Ball played into Musa Morris, and another good ball. And Morris does play early there, but just throwing his hands on his head. And Rick Shantz applauds, and he's encouraging the youngster. Clearly, Morris is having a slow start, but a tremendously talented player that Shantz is going to need here. And if you don't know the U.S. Open Cup rules, it's not like the PDL, Frank. Only 3 changes, just like Premiership Soccer, and those 3 changes are key. And you certainly don't want to make them early in the game. And Dom Papa with a crushing tackle. Papa offsides, and Herman cut out. Looks like before the offsides was given.
So what's the complaint from AZ United players here? They're chagrined about a missed call on an earlier tackle, I guess.
Well, I don't think so. I think their argument would be that the ball went out of bounds before that challenge was made, but Mr. Holner sees differently in the center, and Sean Keith's magical left foot here, very dangerous in this spot. Big early set-piece opportunity for FC Tucson. 14th minute, 0-0 here, Keno North Stadium. Keith drives it in. It's a great ball. Headed away, but only as far as the Kiwi, Kyle Adams, who plays back to Beccaro. The Spaniard serves early. And a great win there by Aaron Herrera. You can see the athleticism from the Lobo, New Mexico player, and a good challenge there. And Herrera does a great job tracking for Evan Waldrop. Herrera plugged right into the starting lineup, position people are used to seeing Edgar Reyna, and obviously Edgar Reyna most likely will play a role in this game, but Herrera, just one of the top U.S. prospects in that position, and given away again by Morris. But Don Papa absolutely cleaned out there by Brandon Poltinari, rescuing the young Morris from yet another turnover. Good vocal crowd here at Keno North Stadium, Frank. A good energy to the crowd. Nervous energy from both sides here. 15 minutes in, and let's see, that first goal is going to be massive. Knocked down there by Ringoff and picked up well by Bardsley, who plays back to Antonez, the veteran former Chivas man. Switched into Luke Rooney, no relation to Wayne Rooney, who picked up a goal for himself in this final premiership game, and his fake head of hair is working out pretty well for him, huh, Frank?
Is there a lot of pressure on an American with the last name of Rooney, and you're also a soccer player?
Well, Rooney's actually a former Crawley Town man, so he's English, so probably everybody asks him if he's Wayne Rooney's brother, so that might be additional, and a good touch there by Herrera, and a good challenge there. And I'll tell you, Evan Waldrop's passing has been sublime. The number 13, those balls he's been pinging across, Frank, very accurate, very dangerous, a little bit like a young Cesc Fabregas for me.
What happened to Cesc Fabregas? He's playing for Chelsea now. He's past his prime, is he not?
Yes, but the ability to switch the field is going to be big, and a good turn there, and a good cross, and Vu cannot get a hold of it. And Minvu tracks it down, and again, FC Tucson finding a lot of joy on that left-hand side here. And another controversial throw-in call. If you're going to spend your game arguing throw-ins, Frank, it's going to be a long night for everybody. Adams controls. Kiwi goes all the way back to Borja Antogia, who has great feet. And again, that's a common thing amongst the Spanish players, the ability with their feet, the goalkeepers. And, he's done a great job there. He's really an attacking option, as you can see him ping a beautiful ball there to Musa Morris. Frank, how you feeling about the atmosphere here tonight?
I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. This is history, and I think in 100 years from now, we'll look back at these score lines and think that we're in the early days of U.S. soccer still.
The question is, will you and I be in heaven or hell? My vote is hell. Throw in for Aaron Herrera. Herrera throws it in, finds Don Papa, who tries to flick it onto himself, but shielded out well there by the extremely strong Uchenna Uzo. Frank, I had the privilege to have Uchenna Uzo in the preseason stay at my house as he was a trialist with Arizona United, and as big and as strong as he is, couldn't be a nicer guy. So, I'm really happy for him tonight. It's hard to be sort of against him not in his corner tonight, but really a great player and a player with a lot of potential, according to Frank Yallop and the staff at Arizona United. Good win there by Waldrop, cleared out by Gani Bental.
John, when you put up one of these players at your house, they kind of become a part of your family. Do you let them eat out of your own refrigerator?
Absolutely, and Uchenna actually cooked African food for us, and he made me buy about $40 worth of spices, which I still have, and I can't cook, so they're just sitting there. I mean, basically, I kept the McCormick Company going for another month, so it's an exciting time for us, the preseason. It's always great here, but nothing's like a PDL season for FC Tucson. And a good ball there by Waldrop. Run down by Sean Keith, tries to put the ball through Antunez's legs, but he's not having it. And struggling to clear Arizona United here, but Keith pressuring with Minvu. Ring off, drives forward. Waldrop challenges. Second ball won here by Becerra, who flips it up cleverly to avoid a dangerous challenge. But a good second ball win there, and a good tackle again by Evan Waldrop. This is a very, very fast-paced, harried start to this game. A lot of nervous energy, and you got to imagine it's got to slow down at some point. Poked away, but Antonia kicks it out beautifully. Angatia has been just tremendous on those clearances, and he stops a lot of danger from happening, Frank. Those goalkeepers who don't do well off their line, don't oftentimes create a lot of problems, but Borja makes the field very small for his back four and is really good at getting off his line and clearing those balls.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating for a coach or a general manager than a goalie that's causing problems for his back four. You never want that.
Absolutely. So 20 minutes in here at Keno North Stadium, no blood. Play's been pretty even. Chances have been pretty even. Only half chances for both teams, and a good ball here from Uchenna Uza, but a fantastic tackle by Aaron Herrera. Herrera playing through Morris. Morris back to Herrera. Finds Evan Waldrop. Waldrop swings it beautifully to Kyle Adams. Adams, the San Diego State Aztec player I was able to see play during his college season and recruit for this team, on another great ball here by Waldrop. And Morris streaking in here. Can he get there? And just a bit heavy there from John Becerra, the Spanish midfielder, the stalwart from Wake Forest University, the Demon Deacon, looking to shoot the Grand Canyon University youngster through, but just a little bit too much meat on that bone, Frank.
Yeah, those heavy passes on the through touch, they look exciting at the beginning, but then just rolls out of play.
Good ball in here. Papa under pressure, gives it away, but does just enough to get it to Herrera. Good ball in here by Herrera to Becerra. Becerra looking to find Herman, but again, Herman zigging when he should have been zagging there. And United gains possession again. Tim controls the South African, trying to pull the strings from the midfield. Finds Blackwood, tries to turn early, but a little bit of a heavy touch, overlapping on Garza. Garza drives forward. Bental waiting for his midfield to recover, and Dom Papa does. Great job by Papa there to recover. Papa looking to ping in, but over too high for Damian Herman. Again, that's what we call in soccer a good mistake there from Papa. If he underhits that and it gets cut out, they're going back the other way. But again, Herman is not a traditional 9. He's more of a false 9. A smaller player likes the ball at his feet, so he's going to struggle to deal with that one. Waldrop controls, handles beautifully. Waldrop quick feet, finding all the splits so far. Becerra out to Morris. Again, FC Tucson finding a little bit more of a rhythm now, getting a little bit confident. Poked away, and a late call there by Holner. And Corey Robertson, the assistant coach for Arizona United, is none too pleased. Or maybe he's just showing off that fantastic seat cushion they have there. It's a beautiful, soft seat cushion. FC Tucson doesn't have those, but hopefully at some point we'll be able to obtain them. Herrera's legs cut out again by Garza. Garza rolling his eyes. But again, Herrera's been a lot for him to deal with early and has done a good job of containing that right-hand side. Adams controls to Waldrop. Frank, it's good to see the other side. They're robust with the FC Tucson supporters group, the Cactus Pricks, and hopefully they'll have some reason to make some noise very soon as Herman gives it away. Good pressure there by Don Papa as he bowls over Long Tan. Tan, the veteran USL forward. Chinese player, many goals in USL Pro, a very dangerous player. And you just have to fall asleep on Long Tan one time and it's in the back of the net. So FC Tucson certainly has that as part of their scout. And what a great soccer name, Long Tan.
That is a great soccer name. I love that soccer name. A lot of the plays seems to be bottled up in midfield, but Arizona United in their attacking third and ball in.
And Borja again handles well. Again, he gets off his line beautifully. And Jonathan Perlman was never going to be a catchy soccer name, so it's a good thing I got into management and coaching, you know. So, again, FC Tucson looking to – and it's a throw-in, and looks like Holner's going to swallow the whistle a little bit. A bunch of early calls that looked like it was from behind, but maybe Vu went down a bit easily. Ball switched out here, Rod, to Poltoneri. Morris defending. Poltoneri gets by. And a great block there by Aaron Herrera. And I'll tell you, he's done a great job early. Damian Herman. No call there. Kicked, bowled over, crushed, whatever you want to call it. Rick Shantz quietly suggesting there was a push in the back. But I didn't see a lot there, to be fair, Frank. It just looked like it was good pressure from the Arizona United defense.
No, I think the ref made the right call there. There didn't seem to be too much in that challenge.
Ball headed away there by Bental. And you're not going to have a lot of luck floating balls in on the 6'4 Israeli. that's really his wheelhouse. And again, Arizona United certainly hasn't seen a lot of Gani Bental, but the Israeli out of Baker University. Oh, and giving away here, and this is dangerous. But again, Waldrop steps in, gets a little touch on, but a good cut there. United looking to serve. Good hit, but Antonia in perfect position, and just not enough pace on that. I think the outside left back for Arizona United, Paul Trineri, was looking to just sort of guide that in, and it needed a little bit more pace on that finish.
Yeah, that was right at the keeper. He was happy to be where he was, too. There was not much pace on that shot, and it was easily saved.
And again, this weak side defending has to be there. Again, 2 players there for her to deal with. Morris is going to have to track there, or they're going to overload that side time and time again. But again, Borja Angutia, right place, right time. 25 minutes in here, and no blood. 0-0 Keno North Stadium. Lamar Hunt 2016 U.S. Open Cup action here. And this game has provided a lot of nervous energy, but few clear chances. Morris gives it away again, and Poltoneri looks to counter, but a poor touch there by Blackwood. Oh. And chopped down. And a yellow for Don Papa. Was that tan that got cut down on Blackwood? What? It was. Sorry. Just double checking with my former partner in crime, Jose Bosch, and confirmed that was Tyler Blackwood. Fouled there. Dangerous, centrally located set piece, and this has got Luke Rooney's name all over it. Watching him in preseason, Frank, very dangerous on dead balls from here. And again, it's not that close of a distance out, but again, sometimes that makes it worse because those dipping balls can drop down.
Yeah, no, it seems to be at a really perfect distance for a free kick here, too.
Couple touches ripped, and it's a goal! And a goal for Luke Rooney off the dead ball. Beautifully placed free kick. Lower corner, not much that could be done there by Borja Angutia, who is pleading a case that I don't think is ever going to be seen by any judge. 1-0 to the visitors, Arizona United. And again, we thought it was going to be dangerous. We knew he had the capability, and that's what big-time players do. They finish those chances, and obviously an early goal here for Arizona United, and 1-0 is the score here in the 27th minute. We'll have to see if FC Tucson's got an answer.
Yeah, there needs to be an equalizing goal in this, but FC Tucson seems to be struggling a bit with possession in the midfield there, although they're moving forward here.
Yeah, and again, that ball played a little bit too late. And it's the timing of the runs that's been off there, not the availability. There was 4v4, and you want to get a chance out of that. But again, Musa Morris finds himself offsides, and Garza looks to counter. Garza dribbling through the midfield, finds Antunes in the right back. Coach Shantz has to be frustrated. There's been some good penetration through the midfield, but that final ball has been lacking. Oh, a good ball in here by Garza. This is dangerous. Whipped into the weak side here, headed back through the middle. Bental heads it, and a handball there. And no sympathy for his fellow forward there as Garza smashes the ball into Blackwood. Again, like we said, the left side's been a side where they've had a bit of joy there, Arizona United. So Coach Shantz said if this gets to the halftime at 1-0, he's definitely going to have probably some things to say tactically about dealing with that particular problem. Holner having a conversation with Uchenna Uzo and Damian Herman. Uzo's got Herman by about 50 pounds. So Herman probably be well served moving off and running off that. Good ball here, and FC Tucson's got a dangerous throw-in in position. And Aaron Herrera does have a long throw-in option. He's a tremendously athletic player. So I'll be interested to see how this sorts itself out. Throw short there to Baquero. Baquero controls. And a great through ball here. And Armand just can't get that final touch. It looked like an offsides flag might have been up there. But again, there are seams here for FC Tucson to penetrate, Frank, aren't there?
The back four for Arizona United seems to be really organized too, though. There's been a couple offside calls there. They've managed to keep their line protected from the goalie.
They have done an excellent job, and so far they've been 4 for 4 on the offsides calls. And again, but it's a dangerous roulette wheel to spin, Frank, because Borja tries to punch it and manages to punch it to himself. One-handed punch, always a dangerous proposition, but he gets away with it.
Silverado Rooter and Plumbing is proud to present the Fan 4-Pack, where you can win a free Disneyland vacation for 4. To participate, just buy any Fan 4-Pack tickets to any FC Tucson men's or women's game. And
Ball played across, Gani Bental.
trip of a lifetime. For more information, go
And again, it's always frustrating for a defense when you don't give up a goal in the run of play. And you haven't given up in a run of play. And, a foul there, just causes that kind of a disruption in your scoreless streak. So scoreless streak over for FC Tucson. And a good play there by Baquero, but Papa struggles with his touch there and gets through there to Longtan, who falls down, but play continues. Ball pinged wide for Antunes, who runs it down, keeps it in play. Sean Keith defends. Keith does a good job of slowing Antunes down. And ball's whipped in here, all the way wide towards Herrera, lets it bounce. Plays a beautiful ball to Damian Herman. And Herman, how is that call not a push there? And Uzo right now has Damian Herman's number 12 right in his back pocket. But the consistency of the calls have been there. Oh, and that slips through. And this is dangerous here. And a great finish there. And a great finish there by Longtan off the no call. And obviously that's what happens when you lose focus and you're thinking about something that you should have, would have, could have happened. But a great finish there in the lower corner. And FC Tucson finds itself 2-0 down here in the 32nd minute. Certainly a dream start for Arizona United. And Coach Shantz obviously feeling a little bit hard done there, but it's been pretty consistent there. It's been physical in the upper body stuff, and FC Tucson's going to have to adjust quickly, Frank.
Well, on that goal scored, there was just a flurry of play. I saw an FC Tucson defender on the ground, and the ball is in the back of the net. It was as simple as that. Yeah,
a couple players diving in there when they just needed to delay, and hopefully FC Tucson's going to have an answer here. And it's 2 goals in a short period of time here, 33rd minute, 2-0. The visitors here, Arizona United. Ball into Baquero. And pinged in, and this is still on sides here. And Morris stops running for some unknown reason. And we have an injured player down. Looking to see who that is.
I see Coach Shantz down on the sideline, still giving the 4th official an earful. He's upset about something, John.
Absolutely. I think it's obviously the call between Uzo and Herman. And, right now with a little break in action, it's actually not a bad thing for Coach Shantz. And, FC Tucson players need to get together here and get themselves reorganized and refocused for the final 10 minutes of this half, or this game could be out of range before we reach the halftime mark.
The Brandon Group at Nova Home Loans helps FC Tucson fans reach their home ownership goals. That's the Brandon Group at Nova Home Loans.
$2-0 here, Keno North Stadium, Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup action 2016. Arizona United on 2 clinical finishes here. One on the free kick from Luke Rooney and one from the veteran Longtan. A beautifully struck shot in the lower corner finds Arizona United up here 2-0. And again, so far in terms of chances, perhaps deservedly so, but still a lot of time left in this game, and Soccer is one of those games where 2-0 lead is always considered one of the most difficult to handle. So, Frank, what does FC Tucson need to do here to get back into this match?
Well, I have a team in the co-ed league, John, and the ladies' goals are worth 2, so I think they should put some ladies on the field.
An interesting strategy here. I'm not sure that that's going to function as well as we'd like in the Lamar Hunt Open Cup format, but a suggestion nonetheless. For my money, Frank, again, it's that final ball in FC Tucson testing Carl Wazinski, which they have not done so yet. Again, it's a back four that took a lot of pressure over the weekend, but right now has the timing of their offsides trap down. And again, it's about finishing your chances, not the number you create. In Arizona United, those shots are on frame. They're testing Borja, and obviously, a little bit of a screen there on the second one, but the free kick was excellent. And there's really not a lot to say right now. The FC Tucson really needs to gather themselves, and it'd be great for them to pull one of these back here before halftime. And that's obviously the challenge of Open Cup soccer, only 3 substitutions. And we're going to see here, interestingly, what the status here is of the injured player for Arizona United. Looks like it's Miguel Tim. Right now, United working with 9 players as they look to get perhaps somebody warmed up off the bench. Looks like they might be calling on number 8, Blair Gavin, the former Arizona native, still Arizona native now, former Chivas USA man, former Portland Timbers 2 player. Certainly a very capable central midfielder. And the referee, interestingly, pretty accommodating, allowing the sub to happen, and I'm not really sure exactly why that happened that way. Usually they have to wait to sub, and that player certainly wasn't up and moving. But again, just complaining about the minutia here, Frank. Ball's back in play. Ringhoff, the German, comes out, drives it forward, but that ball goes awry, and Sean Keith looks to throw in quickly. Good flick on there by Beccaro as Armand chases, pushing on Uzo. Uzo shielding there. Good job there by the midfield for FC Tucson to win that ball back quickly by Musa Morris. Morris and Vu have switched. Obviously, Rick Schantz saw something that he wanted to change there, and obviously both those players can play either side of the wide midfield position. 2-0 here, 38th minute, Keno North Stadium, Tucson, Arizona. Second round Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, which has featured a number of upsets early here in the tournament in this second round, but so far here, falling into form as the USL Pro side has the advantage on the PDL side. Good ball here from Waldrop, finding Aaron Herrera. And Herrera looking to attack here. Early ball in. Poor touch by Vu. But Vu pressuring here. And Uzo does a good job to clear with his right foot. Controlled by Waldrop again. Garza looking to see if he can counter. But a good job defending there by Dom Papa. Beccaro finds Herrera. Oh! Slipped through his legs. Beautiful play by Aaron Herrera. A little razzle-dazzle there. Minvu looking to penetrate, but Uzo's been up to the task all night. Flicked on, though, here. Opportunity for Musa Morris with the ball at his feet. Swung back through Beccaro. A nice little sequence here for FC Tucson. Perhaps a little confidence going in. Good ball here. Good turn by Morris. Finding Beccaro. Beccaro switches beautifully to Herrera and have Arizona United pinned back a little bit here. Herrera finds Herman. Herman trying to turn. Does so, but out of bounds. A little bit of a Meg there, Frank. You get any of those in the co-ed league last week?
There's always Megs going on in the co-ed league, John. It was a nice bit of possession there for FC Tucson. Ended with a throw-in for Arizona United, sadly.
Longtan doing a good job of holding the ball up here, but gives it away. Good job by Beccaro. Beccaro finds Vu. finds Papa, Baquero, and look at this good passing sequence from FC Tucson, and Evan Waldrop just making a mockery of Blair Gavin, the substitute right there. And Sean Keith pleading his case. I don't know what more he could want other than the free kick there. Certainly not a cardable offense, but FC Tucson with a little life here left in them in the second part of this. Sorry, in the final part of this first half. Well, sometimes I guess if you plead hard enough, you win your case.
That's right.
So yellow card there for Daniel Antonez. Don Papp on a yellow card for FC Tucson. So we'll see where that takes us. Sean Keith looking for the service. Great ball driven in. And Damian Armand tries to flick on, but goes harmlessly out of bounds. And again, Kyle Wazinski still without a save this first half. And the tall, lanky goalkeeper will serve this back in with his left foot.
Concussions are one of the most common injuries in amateur and professional sports. Girls soccer represents the second highest percentage of concussions.
So a little nice combination play for FC Tucson, but again, in the final third, it just hasn't been there, Frank.
Yeah, especially, they look good when they've got possession. They look like they've got plenty of desire to get into the goal there, but AZ United is standing strong in their defense.
Absolutely. I think Ringoff and Uzo have done an excellent job in the first half centrally. A little bit of a bend, but done well enough to keep the ball. Good job by Don Papa there. Herrera, and I just don't know why Fu won't play that early ball. It's Herrera trucking down the right-hand side. There's nothing worse than when you're an overlapping player on the outside, Frank, and the ball doesn't get delivered after you've run 70 yards.
That happens to me all the time in co-ed league, John. I'm always the one with the long 70-yard runs.
Yes, absolutely. Frank Brinsley is a model of physical fitness. You can look him up on the internet, and you'll see what a true outside winger's body looks like. Ball played wide here to Garza as Paul Trineri gets in the overlap and apologized for botching his name as Poltoneri early in the game. But Paul Trineri has had the last laugh so far as United is up 2-0 here in the 42nd minute. Garza and Rooney playing the two-man game here as Baquero presses. Good ball there through, and a lot of good work here by Baquero. But United just has him chasing shadows at this point. Ball playing wide to Boltrineri again. Arizona United very happy to keep possession here as FC Tucson's very sunk in. And just as I say that, Rooney gives it away, but Sean Keith gives it right back. And Sean Keith joins the yellow card crew here. And again, Keith losing his cool a bit. Needs to cool the engines, as they say, Frank.
Yeah.
Do they say that, Frank? Does anyone say that?
Cool the engines. Yeah, I think it's still in vogue, John. Especially if you're saying it.
Yeah. At some 60s car show, maybe. Ball played in again to Rooney. As I struggle through the rest of this half. Alongside of me, Frank Brinsley, John Perlman here. Keno North Stadium, 43rd minute, 2-0. And a good job there by the Kiwi, Kyle Adams, as he looks to play through Damian Armand, who's going 1 for 6 and then touches it away. And Coach Shantz, obviously, a little bit head in hands there, just trying to have the youngster make good decisions. And that's the hard part, Frank, when you've got young players playing that are so talented but have not been in this kind of environment before. It tends to be a true challenge for them.
That shows their inexperience. That's why they're in this league at this level. They're gaining that experience, and these are invaluable lessons.
Absolutely, the PDL is really for them. The Open Cup gives you even a better understanding of what the next level of play is, and obviously Damian Armand, a tremendously dangerous player, and he's going to be a star at Grand Canyon University. And Baquero cut in from behind, and a talking to there. Given. And it looks like that is Sam Garza. And his first foul, and certainly a reasonable decision there by Holner just to give the foul and no card. Waldrop switches to Herrera, but cut out well there by Garza. So looking for the fourth official to give us the injury time indication here. I paused for dramatic effect there, Frank, but I just haven't seen it yet.
I was waiting for the fourth official to hold a sign up.
We do have a sign, but evidently he did not avail himself of that. Julian Ringoff will probably look to hit this long and get out of this half with a 2-0 lead. Ball played to Tan. Tan not challenged there by the back four. And Sean Keith does a good job there, but first touch lets him down. And it's a throw in for Arizona United.
3 minutes.
And get the indication there, 3 minutes of injury time here in the first half.
Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
Uzo
3 minutes of stoppage
barreling
time.
forward.
3 minutes of stoppage time.
And a good decision there by Uzo to find Poltroneri, who cuts inside, but a good job of Minvu to help out there. Garza, though, steaming forward. Lifts it in. Oh, unmarked! And it is 3-0 Arizona United. In a nightmare first half for FC Tucson. No way to spin it at this point. As the weak side defending there, either a miscommunication between Kyle Adams or Sean Keith or Borja Angutia, and 4 shots on frame, 3 goals, and Coach Shantz can be none too happy. Injury time. Looked like FC Tucson was starting to gain a little bit of momentum on the other side, and Uchenna Uzo comes barreling up, plays a good ball in. Garza serves a sublime ball on the weak side, and, again, these lessons are learned harsh when the teams you're playing are finishing. And FC Tucson had conceded a number of chances in the first 3 games. But just as I say that, Armand, a little bit too far, though. And FC Tucson had sort of been bending and not breaking, as Coach Shantz talked about in a number of interviews. And looks like the rubber band is snapped here, and there's going to have to be some serious adjustments at the halftime.
That third goal in the first half, that hurts. That's really, really difficult to overcome.
The term backbreaker could be used in some circles, but I'm eternally optimistic here. And like you say, there's a lot of time left in this game. A lot can happen, but Arizona United out on the front foot, well in control here at Keno North Stadium. 3-0, and looking to maybe tack on another one before the time runs out. And again, when you're the USL Pro side and you're the favorite, getting those early goals really relaxes you and allows you to play, because nobody wants to be the victim of an upset, certainly not your interstate rival. And now it's obviously a tough way back for FC Tucson. And looked like a foul to me. Yeah. The fans none too happy, but again, a little bit late there on the challenge. And again, it's a dangerous ball here from Luke Rooney. He plays early. I'm surprised they didn't serve that in the mixer, as they say. But Garza gives it away. Vu pulled on. Should just be about time. Whistles in mouth here. And Robbie Holner blows the whistle for halftime. And the visitor reigns supreme here. Arizona United, the USL Pro side. 3-0, Keno North Stadium over FC Tucson. Coach Shantz with a lot to talk about. Frank, final thoughts on the first half?
3 goals from Arizona United, and FC Tucson's heading into the locker room with some questions to answer.
Absolutely. So we'll join you back in about 15 minutes for the second half. Don't go anywhere. We're doing the FC Tucson broadcast here for the Lamar Hunt 2016 Open Cup. I'm John Parham with Frank Brinsley, and we'll be right back.
Desert Diamond Casino Entertainment is proud to be the sponsor of the 2-time North Division champion.
How's the sun?
Second half starting here at Keno North Stadium. FC Tucson, the home side, the underdogs, the PDL team trailing 3-0 here against Arizona United, USL Pro side. And Lamar, it's a missed clearance there. Run down here. And Tate Schmidt looking to play back and does so. So Tate Schmidt on for Musa Morris and Alfonso Pinheiro on for Damian Herman. Two changes that don't surprise me at all. They've been tremendously effective and top quality players. And Pinheiro lays there beautifully, but just slightly offsides. So Rick Schantz has used 2 bullets of his 3, Frank, and obviously it's do or die here, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm curious, John. To talk about the psyche of a team that goes into the locker room at halftime 3-0 down. What's the plan? How do you come back out from that?
Well, I'll tell you, there's nobody better at halftime in the locker room than Rick Schantz. And what he'll talk to them about is pride, the badge here, what it means to these fans, what it means to them. And I can tell you, FC Tucson will play through the entire 90 minutes here. Whether they get back in this thing quite or not, I can tell you there's going to be no shortage of effort. And they're going to really make a push to make a difference here. Good little touch there by Aaron Herrera. And even though it hasn't been a great, you've seen some really, really talented little plays here. And you can see that this team is oozing with talent. But right now, a very structured, a very sound Arizona United side with the lead, 3-0. Keith a little bit slow there, but only as far as Kyle Adams. To Minvu. Adams. Plays Angutia. Angutia with a beautifully sliced ball. Intentional or not, right to Gani Bental.
Yeah, that definitely was a sliced kick there from the goalie, but it worked out fine.
Yeah, John McEnroe's serve doesn't have that much slice. And I'm dating myself with that comment. Oh, and Evan Waldrop with a terrible turnover. And this is big trouble. Bental falls on the ground. Oh, and it's 4-0, and just like that, disaster strikes. There's really not a lot to say about that goal. Evan Waldrop, who had an excellent first half, one of the bright spots in FC Tucson's lineup, just gives away a senseless ball. And 3 passes later, it's in the back of the net. And just the nightmare continues for Coach Schantz and FC Tucson. And 47 minutes, 4-0. I don't know if there's a way back here, Frank, but still a lot of pride on the line.
In 20 games for myself, John, in Tucson Adult Co-Ed League, I've given up 2 goals like that, so I could do just as well.
Ball pinged there outside and brought down here by Pinheiro, the Brazilian, looking to find Baquero. Vu slides in there, looking to win that challenge, and FC Tucson desperately trying to press and get a chance on goal here. Ringoff plays a good ball in through the midfield, but a good step by the Israeli Bental. Bental streaking through. Good bit of skill there by Pinheiro. And Uzo, as he has done so many times, with a final definitive clearance. Adams heads towards Waldrop. And Rooney, not sure what the call is there. It's FC Tucson ball. A strange little play there. I'm assuming Rooney saw a handball that wasn't called, and then the call ended up being his handball by grabbing the ball. A lot of shenanigans going on here, Frank Brinsley, but none of them into the favor of FC Tucson as they're down 4-0 here in the 49th minute. Lamar Hunt USO Cup 2016, and for all the good fortune that FC Tucson has had in the first 3 games, it's all gone straight to naught here as they've been punished for every single mistake they've made, and punished well by a Arizona United striking crew that's done the job.
So the winner of this match in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, I was just on the Twitter feed. If Arizona United goes on to win, who will they end up playing?
I'm not sure. It's either the Colorado Switchbacks or Harpo's FC, one of the favorite pub teams out of Colorado. But again, looks like the Colorado Switchbacks have won that game. So it's a Switchback, potentially Arizona United matchup unless everything turns around here in Tucson. But hope springs eternal here. But looks like the counterattack is 3v3 sprung the other way. See Tucson looking to recover. Great hit and a tremendous save there to avoid a 5-0 lead as Long Tan had enough time to line that up, check the wind, and smash it towards the upper corner. And a tremendous save by Borja Anguatia as FC Tucson is currently on the ropes and reeling. Corner kick here, and FC Tucson needs to get its bearings very, very quickly, or this could turn into one of the most lopsided losses ever given away here, and already is so far at Keno North Stadium. Ball driven in here, ring off, but Anguatia does a great job of handling it. Anguatia springs a beautiful throw out here, and pushing his Tate Schmidt. Tate Schmidt forgot the ball. Schmidt, the Louisville freshman off a great year in the ACC, one of the top freshmen in the ACC, brother of former FC Tucson defender Reed Schmidt, looking to make his mark in this game as a substitute. Good job by Vu. But even the quick, smart, simple decisions aren't going their way as Antunes dribbles through a diving in FC Tucson defense. Given away there, Bental wisely drops his shoulder, plays back to Borja Anguatia. A goalkeeper under great duress here, Frank Brinsley, and FC Tucson trying to build out of the back here as Arizona United continues to press them mercilessly. But a good job of keeping possession here by Min Vu. Papa, front foot. Finds Herrera. Herrera to Tate Schmidt to Waldrop. And this is a nice build-up here. And tremendous ball by Waldrop. Can Keith get on the back of it? He cannot. All the way back. And Antunes does a good job of clearing it. But only as far as the New Zealand native Kyle Adams. Swings it through Bental. And, FC Tucson can have a load of possession here, Frank, but Arizona United has nothing to do left, do they, in this match?
Well, I mean, you've got to score 4 goals. That's it seems like an impossible task almost.
Even greater than the famous comeback in the Champions League by Liverpool over AC Milan. I apologize, although Liverpool was on the wrong side of the Valencia game. But it shows you that it is possible to score 4 goals. But, again, a long, long road back here for FC Tucson. And 1 goal here would be a start. It looks like Baccaro's been pushed into a higher position. Rick Shantz 4-4-2. Got to go for it. I mean, I applaud him for being aggressive. I mean, I'd rather lose a game 6-1 and going out swinging than sitting back and trying to prevent what could be further disaster. And the pressure pays off there as a throw-in for FC Tucson. 52nd minute here, Keno North Stadium. FC Tucson's unbeaten season in severe jeopardy here, and their Open Cup run looking like it may come to an end here on their home field where they've had so much success. But running into a well-oiled, on a good streak Arizona United side here. This ball played in there by Luke Rooney, won back by Aaron Herrera. Looks like he almost played that through Gani Bental's legs. And again, FC Tucson, Sean Keith gets to it on chop down there. And Gibson Bardsley will find himself in everybody's favorite book, the referee's book. Second yellow.
Well, that could help. Second yellow.
Second yellow for Gibson Bardsley. Unless he pulled out the wrong card, Bardsley doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Seems to be walking further to, he's walking to the locker room. That's the direct route to the locker room. He will meet a fantastic sheriff who will guide him to his final resting place, the Arizona United locker room. But with 10 men, 4-0, perhaps a speck of hope here for FC Tucson. But again, still a tall task ahead of them. Bardsley will be out for the next Open Cup game for that reckless challenge, Frank.
Well, listen, you're 4 goals down, but you're also up a man. So maybe there's a slight glimmer of hope that we can at least put a goal in the back of the net. Maybe
he just was tired of playing this game and decided to leave. I mean, it's his option, right? I mean, this is the United States, and you can, avail yourself of these opportunities, and he does so by ending his night a bit early. Good job there by Gani Bental to do a twisting header back to Borja Nguatia as Evan Waldrop looks to penetrate and a little bit firm on that pass. But a good job by Kyle Adams to step in. Min Vu looking to play forward through Evan Waldrop. Waldrop back to Vu. Nice bit of passing here. Tom Papa finding a pushing Aaron Herrera. Ooh, in a crushing tackle there. Advantage is given. Tom Papa whips it in. Not a bad ball. One there by Ringhoff. And Sean Keith, no foul there, play on. Keith finds Baccaro. Baccaro, maybe some magic here. Baccaro finds Waldrop. Waldrop looking to tee up. Cuts it back to his left foot. Good ball in here to Vu. Vu inside. And offside. And again, FC Tucson with some good 8-10 pass sequences, but there doesn't seem to be a shot coming from it, Frank Brinsley.
Well, they don't seem to be able to keep an attacking player on side in order to get a shot off. It's hard to score goals when you can't keep an attacking player on side.
Again, there have been some really bright attacks here, some really good possession and some cool combination play, but it's really amounted to nothing as Arizona United maybe not as creative or good in possession for these long spurts, but why do they need to be when they've been vicious on a 2-3 pass sequence or on a free kick or on a dead ball? So advantage Arizona United right now, even though they're a man down, holding on to a very, very comfortable 4-0 lead with FC Tucson all to do. Adams steps in well, finds Sean Keith. Keith looking to play long, but it's deflected. Good job by Don Papa. Papa on a yellow has to be careful as well. Good job by Kyle Adams. And again, FC Tucson hasn't been under siege the entire game. It's just been a couple, 5-6 really good sequences for Arizona United. And look, a lot's to be said for efficiency, Frank. It's about the score on the board, and Arizona United has done the job, no question.
You got to take those chances when you get them, John, and Arizona United has certainly done that. How many shots on goal and how many goals for Arizona United tonight?
And Uchenna Uzo's big body and effort has been absolutely flawless through 57 minutes. The big man from Coastal Carolina doing the job tonight, and again, continuing to polish his resume as big things are in the future for this youngster. Kyle Wazinski very happy to take his time on the free kick, and an emotional Pinheiro. Obviously, the Brazilian wants to make a difference here as a substitute, feeling like Uzo's grabbing and tugging on his shirt, but Uzo has been the cagey defender tonight and showing his quality thus far. And the substitute now.
Fans, are you dreaming of Disneyland? Silverado Rotary Plumbing is proud to present the Fan 4-pack where you can win a free Disneyland.
Looks like that'll be all for Luke Rooney. And Duncan McCormick, center midfielder. Oh, it's a great ball here. Min Vu. Kyle Wazinski steps out with the right foot, does a great job there to clear that as Min Vu was in. And Garza was going the other way, but nicely poked away there by Sean Keith on his recovery. Baccaro cutting in. Oh, trying to play that ball through and wins his own pass back off the deflection. Looking to combine here with Pinheiro. This game has been filled with good attacking soccer, but only one side has been able to produce the final product. Tate Schmidt swings and doesn't get enough of contact on that. Garza heads it, but only as far as Don Papa, who struggles to gain possession, but his big body is able to hold that ball up. Papa, one of the strongest players you're ever going to see. And a good ball there by Kyle Adams as Tate Schmidt runs onto it. Can he get there? And he does. Whipped in by Herrera to Baccaro. Schmidt pressing, FC Tucson pressing, Uzo with it. And Uzo just dusting off Evan Waldrop, but only as far as Gani Bental. Great ball to Min Vu here. It's FC Tucson on the front foot. Vu driving in, a good tackle there by the right back, Dan Antunes. And FC Tucson a corner kick, and Frank, some life in the crowd here.
The center back defender Uzo for Arizona United is such a beast, John. He reminds me of an American football player with his build. He's just massive.
Player that comes to mind for me is Christian Okoye. This ball served in, 2 players in the same spot, and Ben Tal has to do better with that. The 6'4" Israeli had his sights on the upper right-hand corner, but headed it just wide, and a great chance for FC Tucson goes for naught.
We're just looking for a goal. We want to like salvage some pride here, John.
Pride indeed, Frank. His goal kick is going to be taken here by Carl Wazinski. Good challenge there on the header by Sean Keith. Headed down well there by John Baccaro. Waldrop finding Tate Schmidt. And again, a lot of young players on this FC Tucson team dripping with talent. A great ball in by Waldrop. Can Vu get there? He can. Great job by Min Vu. Min Vu's going to look to chop up some people, and the ball is played but Vu regains it. Vu to Baccaro. Baccaro turns, dices. Baccaro being held? No. Good defending, and again, tremendous defending by the central players for Arizona United, and a great win by Tom Papa. And just a clumsy challenge there by Long Tanners, claiming he got the ball. And Frank Yallop is just infuriated. Pinheiro controlling this. Listen, for a 4-0 game, there's a great edge to this match, Frank. You wouldn't know that this was a 4-goal game. No quit in FC Tucson and no give in Arizona United. Certainly want to keep their clean sheet. A lot of pride on line here, and Arizona United right now out on the front foot and holding on strong.
You can see the coaching staffs from both benches really giving the fourth official an earful, and I can see the fourth official with his hands towards the ground saying, calm down, relax.
Again, fourth official's job, twofold. 1, substitutions, and 2, to just take a litany of abuse from both sides. And our fourth official tonight has absolutely filled that role beautifully. Pinheiro turns, drops to Evan Waldrop. Waldrop, Baccaro, great combination play and a great outside the football by Baccaro. Tate Schmidt running in, looking to cut it back to his preferred left foot. Schmidt whips it in. Great header! Just wide there from Baccaro, and some really nice attacking sequences again, but Wazinski not forced to make a save yet again.
John, do you have any knowledge of the history of the fourth official and how?
That's a great question, Frank, and my answer is this. I have none. What I can tell you about is the exciting FC Tucson men's soccer action returning to North Stadium for the PDL Hope opener this Saturday, May 21st at 7:30 p.m. against the SoCal Seahorses. Come watch your first place undefeated and formerly unscored upon FC Tucson men as they battle their Southwest Division foe. Bring your kids out to join. This is a tough counterattack here, but roll directly at Borja Angutia, who's going to roll as FC Tucson is going to try to catch Arizona United going forward. And this is end-to-end action here. Make sure you bring your kids out this weekend to the game and they can enjoy the Stonehenge rock climbing wall along with the soccer cage, EGs, and more. Plenty of great EGs food and cold beer for the adults as well. Buy your tickets today at fctucson.com.
Has there ever been any players from the SoCal Seahorses that have petitioned management to change their mascot?
That's a great question, and my answer to that is there aren't too many mascots going on out there. Although I was at the Diamondback game last night, and they had a mascot, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Min Vu controlling right now. Vu with slipping the ball in, but a little bit too firm. And again, Arizona United's defense absolutely stalwart here as we're through 64 minutes, and Wazinski does not have a save. FC Tucson very solid through the first 2/3 of the field, but can't find that final third ball or that finish on frame. And Arizona United with absolutely military-like precision in the final third tonight, and that's why they find themselves ahead 4-0. Wazinski drives forward, and Ben Tal cuts that out, but only as far as the Arizona United player. Tan looking to cut in. Wisely plays it back. And Arizona United with nothing to do here but keep the ball as they are up 4-0 here, down a man, but well in control of this match. Bental with a nice tackle there. FC Tucson trying to throw some things forward, but just unable to find that final touch. Or even really test Carl Wazinski, who's been very good positionally and just handling business right now, as Uchenna Uzo and Julian Ringhoff have done a tremendous job in the center of the park. Don Papa controls, finds Beccaro. Good ball here wide, but again, Arizona United's line has been holding perfectly. You know, that's about the 6th or 7th offsides for FC Tucson, and you know, you can call it youthful exuberance, you can call it whatever it wants, but right now, FC Tucson just being victimized by a professional performance here by the side from Phoenix. Ringhoff, the German, comes forward. Garza turns, does a good job, and beats Keith here. Looking for early service, but it looks like his foot hit the ground a little bit, and Keith's able to clear out to Pinheiro. Brazilian looks to turn it inside, but a good block there by Antunes. Good tackle by Waldrop, but obviously you could see the push there by Pinheiro, the Brazilian. Pinheiro obviously just frustrated here in his, first appearance in the Open Cup for FC Tucson. Scored this past weekend in Ventura on really his first chance, a great finish, giving FC Tucson the lead and proved to be the game winner in the 2-0 victory at Ventura. But that's a distant memory right now as FC Tucson is looking at a second-round exit here from the Open Cup at home. Good back heel there by Garza. Blackwood looking to drive inside and does so. Blackwood around Keith. Doing a good job in tight spaces here as Vu comes all the way back to help. Well, Frank, the minutes have ticked off, and FC Tucson's early surge was met by excellent defending, and right now Arizona United looks like they're going to see this match out pretty easily.
Well, they enjoyed some early second-half possession, FC Tucson, but Arizona United with a man down, a very uniform 3-3-3.
And just as you say that, a sublime finish there by the veteran Long Tan. A flicked header, and again, able to get his body in front of the FC Tucson defender, and just a great physical individual effort there on a good service. And we'll see what Frank Yallop's going to do here. Obviously, opportunity to make some changes, but no rush for him. He's able to do whatever he pleases right now as the nightmare continues here for Tucson as it's 5-0. And Coach Rick Santz on his chair right now talking to his assistants, trying to figure out what could be done. And again, it's not like there's been a multitude of chances for Arizona United, but the chances they've had, they have finished 100% clinically, Frank. And you're not going to look at a shot count that's 20-0 or one of those situations, but you're going to look at, basically 7 shots on goal and 5 finishes. Sean Keith pushes it by here, and there he is, the man of the hour, Uchenna Uzo. And if anybody can shield the ball out, it's that individual right there.
Yeah, 5-0. That's tough. FC Tucson takes a lot of pride in their Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup performance, too, having gone deep in play in years past.
And like I said, for every fairy tale, there's the equal nightmare that can occur also. So obviously right now for FC Tucson, it's about playing well. It's about continuing to build towards the season. And some of these relationships on the ball and between the back four and Borja Anguitia are going to be very important as early as Saturday. So, again, the focus needs to be there. The effort needs to be there. And but Rick Shantz not with a lot of options here. Only one sub left. You got to hold that sub till the end because you don't want to end up down 10 versus 10. But, again, up a man and then giving up that extra goal. This is, it's going to be a tough night for Coach, no question. And, right now, Uchenna Uzo, getting some medical attention. Not sure if something happened to his hand there or he seems to be holding his finger gingerly or there's a cut. But
As an official sponsor of FC Tucson, Chapman Automotive invites you to visit all
That's the contact.
Honda, Acura, Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi, and
Frank Brinsley wisely correcting, it's just the loss of a contact. Obviously, my skills of playing doctor, just not what they used to be. Son of a doctor does not make you a doctor is what I always told my friends. And somewhere right now, my father's rolling around in his grave as I've ruined his fantastic reputation earned at Albert Einstein College of Medicine in Bronx, New York. Frank, thoughts on the lost contact?
Well, the grass is very green and those contacts are clear. So when you lose one, it can be a real struggle to find it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Couldn't have been said better by Marv Albert himself. FC Tucson, 70th minute here. 5-0, Arizona United. Right now, only consolation prizes available as Tate Schmidt pushes. As Uzo makes a poor decision to touch, they're looking to turn it around. But again, this hulk of a human being has been the difference tonight, in my opinion. And although there's been some fantastic goals scored, I can assure you in the postgame, Frank Yalp will be talking about Uchenna Uzo.
He's in that center back role, John, that I'm just obsessed with. A defender like Uzo is fantastically entertaining to watch.
The good news is the future's bright here at FC Tucson, and tryouts for the FC Tucson Youth Academy are happening May 24th, 25th, and 26th, 2016 at 5:30 p.m. each night at Keno North Soccer Complex. FC Tucson will be offering current U14 through U19 age groups for the best players in Tucson as our club works to identify and develop our local young stars for a bright FC Tucson future. This 6-week program is free for those selected. Register for tryouts today at fctucson.com. Arizona United in a 4-4-1 formation here with the man lost as Waldrop tries to turn and is able to do so. And you can see Waldrop's quick feet, and he's, again, holding the ball long at this level is going to get you knocked and nicked, just like it does your favorite player, Mesut Ozil.
Mesut Ozil's really picked up his on-field style as of late. A lot of people were complaining he seemed to be lazy.
Controlled here by Aaron Herrera, the right back, who wisely backheels it off a pressing defender from Arizona United. Looks like that's number 8, Blair Gavin. And look, all the Arizona United players have done their job very, very well, and this has gone according to script, I'm sure, for Frank Yalp. Pinheiro drives forward, looks to shoot, and that one's headed towards the Catalina Mountains, Frank.
Yeah. Body language still looks strong for FC Tucson players. Absolutely. They don't seem to be down in spirits. They're still out there giving 100%, and then they're set up for a big corner here.
Yeah, deflection there on Pinheiro, so apologize to Afonso, for disparaging his shot. It looks like it was a deflection. And this is a big opportunity again, and the big bodies are up there. Bental, Baquero, ball driven in there, and again, right at Carl Wazinski. And Baquero getting in front of Waz, and Waz, none too happy, gave him a little bit of a forearm surprise. As Waz punts it viciously, but to nobody, as it's controlled here by Borja Angutia, who is having a night he'd much rather forget. Clean sheets all the way through till tonight, and his Open Cup goals against average taking a shocking hit. But there's always Saturday, and Saturday will be huge for FC Tucson as they have their home opener, face the SoCal Seahorses, who hopefully, for their sake, won't have the attacking precision that Arizona United has shown tonight. Sean Keith with a good early ball here. Past Tate Schmidt, and Schmidt looking to run it down. Arizona United, for some reason, didn't let that go and took Schmidt on, but are able to maintain possession here. Trying to build out of the back. Uzo feeling his confidence right now, Frank. Not afraid to dribble and shield in the back, is he? As he whips another ball, but this one out of bounds. Uzo. That has got to be the chant tonight from the Arizona United faithful. The LFR traveling down here in good voice tonight, especially on the goals, Frank.
Yeah, a lot of times the manager doesn't want to see his center back dribbling the ball in the backfield like that, but Uzo's got the skill and he clears the ball.
And at 5-0, there's a little bit of opportunity. And this is not a great speed matchup here as Bental trying to chase the quicker forward, but Bental does a good job to recover there, is able to clear it out of bounds. Again, Arizona United taking a page out of the FC Tucson counterattacking playbook and have done that. It's been a dead ball, counterattack, defensive turnover clinic here tonight, and this is a film that Rick Schantz is definitely going to have the players look at, and he's not going to let them forget. And again, it's not repeating your same mistakes, Frank, that make a great football side, and this side is all to play for this season with still holding on to first place, but tonight's a night I think they're going to hope to forget very quickly. Good job here, and can Pinheiro beat Antunez to the ball? He cannot. And Antunez, again, making a lot of veteran decisions, knowing not to try to do more with that than he has to, and credit to the whole back four here for Arizona United tonight.
So moving forward for FC Tucson, what kind of lessons are they going to apply from this evening to the rest of their PDL season, John?
I guess, giving the ball away cheaply and, obviously the danger that set pieces can cause. But a lot of it has to do with just, the quality of the finishing. Good ball in there. Good turn! Oh, just wide there. And, again, a good effort there by Tate Schmidt, but just wide. And, again, it's not that FC Tucson hasn't had some shots, but again, still, that save is elusive, isn't it, Frank? That shot on frame, that real testing ball just hasn't been there tonight. But you can see there's a lot of attacking prowess on this team, and that it's only a matter of time before. And final substitution is made here. And appropriate so, the hometown player, Egarena, enters the match for Aaron Herrera at right back. And the fans salute their hometown player, the Nogales native, former TSA player, and local legend. Egarena enters the game able to enjoy or suffer through the final 14, but as one of the captains of the team, not a surprise, and Wazinski earns a yellow card for delay of game, and Robbie Holner, hearing Garza complain, but is unmoved by his pleadings. Waz drives forward. Headed down by Sean Keith and Min Vu. Vu, a workmanlike performance, but just unable to find the back of the net. Good turn here by Evan Waldrop. Good job holding it up. Waldrop, the future's so bright for him as he clips another perfectly struck ball. And again, Waldrop, other than that horrific turnover, which will be what people most remember about this game, has played a lot of good balls, but again, that's the nature of soccer. You're remembered for your great finishes, but you're always remembered for your PK misses and your untimely turnovers, a la Steve Gerrard against Chelsea to deny Liverpool the premier. And Pinheiro's in. Pinheiro, can he bring a little joy? Oh, heavy touch there. Baquero, great save by Wazinski. And finally that shot on frame came and was completely up to the challenge, Frank.
That was another brilliant save from the Arizona United keeper, and looked to be about 10 yards out from net.
Again, FC Tucson, when it's not your night, Frank. And obviously, with 12 minutes left, there's nothing remaining but a consolation prize, and that would have been a good one. But again, you can see the athleticism and the danger that Pinheiro offers, and obviously he'll be looking, hopefully, to earn himself a start against the Seahorses this weekend coming up. United holding possession and holding on to a comfortable 5-0 lead. 78th minute, Lamar Hunt Open Cup. John Perlman alongside Frank Brinsley of the world-famous Frank Show. And Frank, I got to admit to you, you're not good luck and you're not welcome back here in the booth.
You know what? That's fine. You don't have air conditioning in the booth anyway, John.
Everybody here knows it's false. It's freezing here in the booth, first of all. And what you should say is I'm not welcome back in the KLPX studio, but let's be honest, I was never welcome there anyway. I just glommed onto the interviews that were really meant for Rick Schantz. Ball played all the way back by Sam Garza. And this is going to be one sweet bus ride home for the Arizona United supporters. And I can imagine the Twitter feed for the Soccer Rabbi is not going to be a pleasant one. But hats off to them and their team tonight. You have to give it up. Again, everybody likes a good bit of banter, and that's what makes this game wonderful. But again, extremely disappointing for FC Tucson. But again, not a dirty match, not a badly played match, just simply a great performance here as Reyna challenges. But Bental swings and misses, but a great recovery by Reyna. But one here and 2v1 here. Looking to go himself. A great block there by Sean Keith. and both players clamor into each other. And let's remember here, the last substitute has been made by Coach Rick Shantz, so no options left for him. But listen, I will give Sean Keith 100% credit there for a 30-yard recovery run to make sure that this didn't end up looking like 6-0 in a Serena Williams victory.
Use your match tickets from tonight to get a great deal at the Culver's located on Dino Parkway. Simply present your ticket stub to the cashier.
This game is heated up and then cool down, but what is really heating up this summer are FC Tucson summer camps for boys ages 18 to 14 running the weeks of June 6th through 9th and July 5th through 8th. All skill levels are welcome, and campers will receive coaching from FC Tucson staff and FC Tucson players in a fun and challenging environment at Keno North Soccer Complex, which is one of the premier facilities in all of the country. Become the next FC Tucson star. Register today at fctucson.com. Kyle Adams. Ball played in there by Sean Keith, but unable to get it in there. Sean Keith, the Las Vegas native. His father, Simon Keith, interesting story there. Canadian player, the first player to play a professional game with a full heart transplant.
Oh, wow.
So, very interesting story. I was able to meet him on the Ventura trip. Very nice guy. Great ball here. And a good chance here, but directly to Wazinski. But again, a good bit of interplay there in the central midfield as Beccaro runs through, but again, shot to no avail. Good job by Wazinski. Ball played, held up well by Longtan. Out to the substitute, number 25, Duncan McCormick. McCormick done well here, filling in the role. Central midfielder for Rooney, who obviously his free kick started the scoring barrage here for Arizona United. And Ben Tall steps out and got his 10 cents worth there, Frank.
So moving forward, what are we looking at? Seahorses on Saturday. What time is kickoff with Seahorses on Saturday, John?
Yes, moving forwards, PDL home opener for FC Tucson. Exciting times. The Southern California Seahorses, FC Tucson. 7:30 kickoff Saturday night here, Keno North Stadium. I'll be doing the broadcast again, but you've got to be here. This stream is for people that are out of town, and my mom, who can't make it out all the time. She's a lovely woman, but this is very late for her. So Susan Salisi, I'm giving a shout out to you. Your son's doing his best. But for everyone else, got to be here 7:30. It's going to be beautiful weather like tonight. Good switch there by Beccaro. And it's exciting times as FC Tucson still undefeated in the PDL and looking hopefully to qualify for next year's Open Cup to maybe create a different result, Frank.
This Open Cup is fun. I enjoy the format, and it is a... Go ahead. Oh, there's another shot. Yeah.
Falls to Beccaro, but Beccaro high and outside.
Yeah, the U.S. Open Cup. I love the history of it. Soccer in the United States has a long history that not a lot of people are familiar with. But this Open Cup play can pit any team like FC Tucson up against an MLS squad, and it's win or move on. It's single elimination. It seems like tonight FC Tucson's run is over.
Yeah, and again, it's just a great tournament. Where any side, your local amateur team can play, qualify, and as far back as the Open Cup. There's been great stories. Cal FC just a couple years back, an amateur team, beat the Portland Timbers, who were last year's MLS champions on their own field, 1-0. So hope springs eternal, like we say. And obviously tonight, huge disappointment. Waldrop gives away another bad ball and a great slipped-in pass there as Bental looks and just pulled wide. And again, Waldrop, tired legs, covered a ton of ground tonight. Some key giveaways, and Rick Shantz off his feet, urging his team to finish strong here, perhaps pull a goal. And Waldrop pings a good ball here to Sean Keith, who brings it down. Possession is definitely favored FC Tucson in the second half, but let's be fair, it's by design. Arizona United down a man, and a good ball here by Beccaro. Can Tate Schmidt get there? He can. He whips it in. And again, Uchenna Uzo, beautifully challenged, headed away, and cleared all the way as far as Borja Angutia, who promised to dye his hair blonde if FC Tucson should win, but unfortunately his hair is going to stay brown for at least for now. Good bending run there by Minvu, and a great ball by Dominic Papa to pick up that run Vu has been tireless in his work trying to find that goal for FC Tucson. Good touch there. Pinheiro, but controlled again here. But too firm by Vu. Bental and Adams working together to get it back. And Long Tan, smelling blood, but well played out there by Borja Angutia. So, Frank, final 5 minutes. Does FC Tucson have a goal in them?
It's I absolutely. They're still getting men forward, and they're still getting possession in the box. It's been a game of taking your chances and making them, and unfortunately, FC Tucson has struggled mightily with that tonight.
Schmidt cutting into the left. Can't find any joy there. Back to Waldrop. Waldrop looking to penetrate. Dribbles. Waldrop goes himself. Waldrop. Cross! Oh, and it's a deflection. Definitely a corner kick. And God, if I'm Minvu, I'm sliding there, Frank Brinsley.
And the grass is wet, too, so the grass won't peel your skin off. That's why you wet the grass down, John.
It was Bob Dylan who said, when you got nothing to lose. And I think Minvu there, for me, is going to be sliding spikes up and trying to just poke that in. We've seen that goal a couple times make all the difference. But, again, good opportunity here. Good bit of interplay. Great ball by Baquero. And can FC Tucson pull something away here? Evan Waldrop with a great run there. Looked to pick out Minvu. And ball whipped in. Great ball! Great save by Wazinski.
It's another corner.
Another corner kick. And FC Tucson with a final flurry here, hoping to pull a goal back. And Frank Yelp looking like he's doing the YMCA down there, but clearly he's unhappy with the technique used there by Wazinski on the punch. Tay Schmidt on the ball here. Whips it in. Oh! Wazinski misses it! And they call for the push, the undercut. And FC Tucson again. Final product hasn't been there, but I wouldn't be afraid if I was the Southern California Seahorses this weekend, because the bull has been teased by the red shorts and red socks of Arizona United. And I'll tell you, I'm expecting a lot of goals this weekend for FC Tucson in a clinical performance, Frank.
Arizona United with a man down here has got to be desperate to keep a clean sheet, and so far, it's all things are going their way for sure.
Adams trying to keep Tan from turning. Tan, the veteran, holding the ball up, controlling. Good ball there by Antonez all the way back from Ringhoff. Ringhoff, again, we haven't talked much about him, but has done a great job there at the center back position. Just not with the flash and panache that you've seen from Uchenna Uzo. But again, Ringhoff, a huge part of a really good performance here centrally by Arizona United. And something for them to build on into the weekend. But again, the Open Cup really challenges your league season, no matter who you are, just because it just requires so many, more games. And if you want to put your best side out there and go for it, as you know, in Cup play in England, it's a risky proposition.
You mentioned the other center back for Arizona United doing such a good job, and that's a great point too. Uzo is such a dominating figure back there. It's easy to forget there are other defenders back there with him.
Absolutely, and Uzo still feeling it. Pinheiro just bouncing off him like a rubber ball off a hard court. Ball played in there. Tony Cassio had entered the match. I didn't catch that substitute. And good ball here, play wide here to number 29. Long Tan, the multiple goal scorer tonight. All the way back to Antonez. To Tan. And Baquero pressing, still working as hard as he can. John Baquero. As FC Tucson tries to push their line up here high. Trying to cut out that ball to Uzo. But Arizona United just knocking the ball around. Giving a couple of lays here. As time ticks away for FC Tucson. Ball driven forward by Wazinski towards Sean Keith, who tries to win and knock it down wide, and a good job there by Min Vu. Vu still hustling. Kyle Adams turns all the way away to Borja Angutia. Waldrop coming back in to pick that ball up. Bental controls. Poor ball in there to Tate Schmidt. Bental trying to get out of this bad situation, is able to do so. And FC Tucson now looking for the injury time here. It'll be radioed up to Sean Keith looking for a call, but not getting any. And the night slips away for FC Tucson, 5-0 here. And that's it. 5-0, Arizona United over FC Tucson. FC Tucson's Lamar Open Cup run is over. I'm John Perlman for Frank Brinsley. I'll see you Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Be here. First is SoCal Seahorses. Thank you for all the people who came out tonight and watched the stream. We'll see you soon. Take care.